This is the 2022 Toyota 4Runner TRD Pro, and although it's almost as old as my grandmother, it's still a huge seller for Toyota. In fact, they moved 140,000 of them in 2021 during a pandemic. So this current version has been going strong since 2009 with only minor changes, and its 4-liter V6 engine has been around since the early 2000s. Most of the competition have gone unibody, so it really only has a couple of competitors these days: the Ford Bronco and the Jeep Wrangler. And today I'm going to test it mostly off-road. As you can see, we already have some footage. It's already really dirty, and we're going to see how it does. So one of the advantages of the 4Runner is it's pretty much hewn out of solid granite. Also has Toyota's famed reliability because nobody wants to get stuck on the side of the mountain. But what exactly differentiates the TRD Pro from the other models? Well, at the front you get this TRD badged front skid plate, solid piece of steel to protect you from rocks and other debris while you're off-road. And if you can see through the mud splashes, it also gets a more aggressive TRD Pro exclusive front grille. You also get these 17-inch black wheels. They're kind of dirty right now. And these Nitto Grappler All-Terrain tires, Fox shocks all around, and a upgraded suspension at the front. TRD models also get this chunky roof rack, giving it a much more rugged and aggressive look. And then of course all around you get TRD Pro badges, 2 on the side and 1 on the rear. So one of the things that I don't like is this TRD exhaust. It's unnecessary, it's a catback exhaust, and it just makes noise. It's not particularly useful, doesn't give you any additional power, and can be really drony at freeway speeds. So the TRD Pro has 9.6 inches of ground clearance, kind of stubby overhang at the front, a little bit more at the rear. We didn't encounter any issues with getting into trouble with that. It also has the hill descent control, crawl control system, MTS, which is multi-terrain select, and A-Track, which is pretty much standard on these off-road Toyotas. So unlike on a Jeep or a Bronco, where you can remove the doors, you can remove lots of different body parts of the vehicle, this one does not give you the option to do that. But what you can do is roll down this glass back window, a staple on these cars for many, many years. At the back you get a manual tailgate, and once you open this up, it is very spacious. Back here behind the rear seats you get about 47.2 cubic feet of space. You get a nice little net for your groceries so they don't fly around everywhere. You've got multiple tie downs, a little bit of space here as well. There's a full-size spare underneath the car. You can also fold down the middle piece and poke long items through. If you put all of those seats down, you've got almost 90 cubic feet of space. This thing has a ton of room. So under the hood is Toyota's very trusty V6 engine. It's a 4-liter. It's got 270 horsepower, 278 foot-pounds of torque. The only letdown here is the transmission. It's very old. It's a 5-speed. It definitely needs more ratios. The ones in this one are about as wide as the Grand Canyon. That does not help fuel economy. EPA says it'll do around 17 highway. I have managed to not get any better than 15, but it's not too bad. And then performance also is not that quick. It'll do 0 to 60 in around 7.7 seconds. In the back, it's not too bad, apart from there's a shovel in here for emergencies. We didn't need to use that. Not too bad in the back. These seats are all plastic, white, clean, etc., etc. The seat's like not all the way back, but I have decent amount of room, maybe a little bit short on the headroom. Though there is this little sort of divot in the roof for that. And then you can pull this down. You get a couple of nice cup holders. You got a couple of bits of power here, USBs plus 2 vents. It's not a bad place to be. It feels solid inside and very, very comfortable. So the technology inside is somewhat from the Jurassic age, as is this 5-speed transmission, but it's very comfortable. There's something safe and secure about this car. I like the wheel, it's nice and thick. Very nice supportive seats. This one's got full power. This one doesn't have any height, but it's set quite high anyway. Really, really nice place to be. Okay, so really small screen. It's very boxy, which I kind of like the design. It's very Toyota, same as their Tundra. Obviously, the new one is packed with all the latest technology. This one isn't. It's a really small screen, but you've got physical buttons, your HVAC below, you've got your H2, H4, and then your low 4 engage there. And then further down here, you've got your rear window. It's got heated seats, and then a cup holder. And here it's got an additional cup holder for smaller cups and some 12-volt power. So up here, you've got all your off-road controls, including a rear diff locker right there, and then A-track. So A-track, that works like a faux differential locker when one wheel starts spinning freely because it's off the ground or in loose dirt. Then basically the torque of the car wants to take the path of least resistance, so it basically shifts the power to the free spinning wheel, and the opposite wheel doesn't get any torque or traction. So A-track literally just uses the braking system to apply the brakes on the free spinning wheel or wheels. That way you get traction on the one that's on the ground. Now the other piece you get up here is the MTS system, push to on, and then you've got various different settings from light to heavy. That also uses the braking system to optimize traction, uses throttle control. It'll also engage A-track, so they're very similar. One of the key things is though A-track can only be engaged in 4 low, but MTS can be engaged in 4 high when in mud and sand, but 4 low for the rest of the settings. Confused? Yep, me too. And then here you've got your hill descent control, push on, push off, and then that's your slowest. And then on the dash right here it'll show when your system is engaged, and then as you turn the wheel you can select lower or higher speeds. It's the old, very noisy Toyota system. Feels like the car's about to fall apart, but it really isn't. Okay, let's not waste any more time. Let's get this thing going here. So we're gonna head down. Got some nice steep hills to go down. And so before we do that, I'm going to switch and let John take over controls and him drive, and then I'll drive a little bit later. All right, so this is a pretty good test here. We've got a little bit of water down here. It's a little muddy in places. Let's go. Bit of tire slip there. Yeah, swing wide and then avoid this rock here. Turn. Okay, hard as you can. Full lock. Alright, this is where we got the wilderness stuck. You're on a rock, so it's going to bring in a chunk off it, so... Alright, slow down, slow down, slow down, slow. Turn the wheels that way a little bit. Okay, slow. Slow. Little gas. Alright, turn the wheels that way. Right, little gas. Well, that was easy. Oh, we found a nice big puddle of water. Look at this. Shouldn't be too deep. so far, and the 4Runner does it with ease. Go that way a little. Okay, turn the wheels towards me. Hard, hard. Okay, the gas. All right. I think you're over the worst. Nice. I think Toyota's gonna have to wash this when they get it back. But what a vehicle, man, this thing does everything.
You're fine. Yep. Stay my way a little bit. Come my. You got a big rock on your right. Yep. You should be good. And then just drive up the hill. I'll just run up and follow you.
Is that rock in the way there? That big one?
It's not so much. You could go to the right. Go to the right a little bit, but you're fine. It's not big enough to be a problem.
All right, tell me when you're ready.
I'm ready.
Really easy. Well done, TRD Pro. Suspension doing its work coming down this hill. Yeah, I don't think that was a problem at all. Absolutely romped it. So what do we think? Well, the 4RunnerTRD Pro definitely feels old on the road, but it is an absolute hoot to drive and will go almost anywhere. And if I had a choice, I think I'd get one of these over a Bronco or a Wrangler. What do you think? I don't know. I think this thing is so reliable. Now, we do know that a new one is on the way. Let's hope the Toyota don't mess it up, because this one is absolutely solid. I love this car. Anyway, once again, thanks for watching. We appreciate it. Please like, subscribe, and we'll catch you next time with another video. Out.